This conference will now be recorded.
So here, so what is important is the performance of algorithms, the implementation of algorithms with speed and accuracy. This will play a vital role whenever we are trying to retrieve an information from the available data. So that is what actually means this is the biggest challenge in front of entire world. Okay, now how this challenge has been addressed. So this is all about the data science. Okay, now see what do we have in real time is the big data. Now what is big data? So in terms of volume, it's very huge. In terms of velocity, means the growing demand. Okay, the growth is very high, and variety and complexity. You don't find similar data. So something could be numbers, something could be others, something could be images, and in the images also different file formats. All the images are also not same format like that. So you will have very lot of complexity in that. So these kind of property we have now, then that kind of data is called as basically a big data. Now when you take a big data, you see this is what the architecture of a big data. So for example, generally you have a table. So you have a tables and batches which are in kb, and you'll have a reports and periodicals which have in mbs of size like that. So peta, for example, this mobile apps, and you see the outer circle, extreme circle, so that will be in petabytes. Okay, now if you're generally photos and webs, video, audio, these are around the range of terabytes. So this is what generally it is giving you complete idea about this data and its occupied memory. Okay, now what type of data we have when we talk about data? So we have relational data, so which is in the form of a tables, transactions, and legacy. And we have a text data, like web based data. Then semi structured data in the form of like xml files, something like that. Then graph data, lot of huge numerical data. Then social network data, semantic webs data, streaming data. So for example, stock market, it's a live, right? So 24 hours it will be on. So it is something like a streaming. Okay, so like this, different types of data we have. Now what we can do with this data? So a lot of things we can do. So we can do aggregation and statistics. So basically data warehousing and olap, so online analytical processing. So what we can do means we can store this data and we can do analysis on this, as we can apply the concepts of statistics into to this data. Then finally ultimately we can get some good meanings, and we can index the data, we can search the data, we can query the data. Okay, so that can be keyword based search or it can be pattern based search. Then we can have we can do even knowledge discovery. So for example, we can implement the concepts of data mining or something like a statistical modeling, so like that. So if we have data with us, we can do so many activities, so many things with that data. Now what is this relationship between a big data and data science? See here, just I am showing you some of the powerful words
Uh,
given by the
so,
great data scientists.
uh, s- Sorry, sir. The
Yes.
slide is it is in
Huh.
fourth slide.
It is not changing for you.
Yeah, it is not changed. No, it is changed.
It is okay now. Yeah.
Yeah, it is okay
So
now.
can you what can you see? Can you read it? The title of the slide?
Yeah, it's big data and data science.
Yeah. Okay. So right. So I think there is some problem with this. Go to no problem, no issue. Right. So big data and data science. See, the wonderful job in the next 10 years will be statisticians. So there is a lot of growth for this. In the US, will need approximately, so you see 1,40,000 to 1,90,000 predictive analysts and 1.5 million managers and analysts by 2018 itself. Now we are in 2023. So this number has become triple. Okay. Then according to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics 2021, the field of data science is predicted to develop at the rate of 22% from 2020 to 2030. So consecutively, it will go, it will have a growth rate of approximately 22 percentage per year. So means three times faster than whatever the typical values that we have. Okay, so means what exactly? See, inka simple ga chepali in a more simple manner. If you want me to explain, na, then I can say today the situation of data science is like this. So there are 1,000 jobs are there. For every 1,000 available jobs, the eligible candidates are only 100 in India. That is the situation of data science. So still there are gap of 900 people. The same thing by the end of 2025, it will increase 10 times. Means the number of vacancies per each and every 1,000 will change to 10,000. Now what about the number of people? So that many data engineers or data scientists will come. If it is good, if they comes, So ultimately this is one of the most demand domain, so where you can get, that's why the starting pay pack is also very huge with this. Equally the subject is also requires lot of effort. It doesn't comes that much simply. Okay, now what is data science? So basically it is an area that manages, manipulates, extract and interprets the knowledge from the tremendous amount of data. So when you give a data, finally you want to get required information from the data in the required form. So that is what the data science will do. Okay, then the data science is a multidisciplinary field of study. So this involves a lot of things. This involves mathematics, this involves integration, this involves differentiation, this involves the computer science, this involves a lot of things, numerical methods. So it is something like a multidisciplinary course. That's why everyone can pursue. Okay, it's not whole and soul I can say computer science or something else. So this, in fact, the mathematics fundamentals are very very essential if you want to become a good data scientist or good data analyst. Without having proper mathematical knowledge, it will become very difficult to survive or to learn these kind of things. Okay, so data science principles apply to all data, so big data and small data, whether what kind of data it is doesn't matter, whether you have a bunch of data or whether you have a small data. But anyway, you can apply the principles and the rules of this data science. Now it is continued data science. So the theories and techniques from many fields and disciplines are used to investigate and analyze a large amount of data. So basically that is the meaning of data. So many industries such as science, engineering, economics, politics, finance and education. So what includes is, it includes basically computer science fundamentals, for example pattern recognition, visualization, data warehousing, then databases and artificial intelligence techniques, then machine learning, like algorithms, then mathematics. So mathematical modeling is very essential. Then it also includes the statistics. Okay, for example probability, stochastic modeling, all these things will have. See, this is what the hierarchy of data science you can see here. It is a multidisciplinary course. So it includes visualization, it includes statistics, it includes pattern recognition, it includes machine learning, it includes data mining, it includes databases, it includes neural networks, concepts like this. Okay, so this many things, so wherever you go this is mandatory. So the applications of data mine, data science are unlimited. So you can implement these things, see, and everywhere in every industry you will find, doesn't matter, it is not only in engineering, so it can be non-engineering, it can be pharmaceuticals, everywhere. So wherever you have a data, there you can implement the data science. Okay, tell me where is no data? Everywhere the data is available, means everywhere we require a data scientist. Even for the, if you take websites like a matrimony or Amazon, Flipkart, they do have a lot of requirements with the data scientists because they have a lot of applications. Okay, simply what they are doing, they are managing data. Now when we say data science, now okay, so for example we have in this data engineering, so domain expertise is required. So hacker mindset you should have. So you should have a visualization skills, you should have a very advanced computing skills, you should have a strong fundamentals of statistics, mathematics knowledge, like this. So that's what I'm telling you, it's a multidisciplinary course. So there is a lot of scope for the creativity when you take data science as your career option. Okay, now for example where we use data science and all, so some of the real time examples if I ask me, then for example the companies learn your secrets, shopping patterns and preferences. See, for example you might have did so much of shopping maybe in Flipkart or Amazon or any kind of platform. The moment you try to bill it, now automatically what it will suggest, the people are frequently buying so and so items along with this, so it is suggesting. Now what is the basis for that? Means they are at the back end, they are running a pattern kind of things. So they will observe what kind of regular things that will purchase, so what will be useful for us, automatically they will suggest us, right? So for example Google Map is another thing. Then for example even during the America elections also, data scientists played very very essential to predict the result at the time of especially Obama when he was contested in American elections. So everywhere we can use, in politics, everywhere we can use the data science and the concepts of the data science. Okay, right. Now what is basically data scientist? So data scientist, it is a beautiful, most vital, it's a good job in the 21st century. So they find stories, extract knowledge that are not reporters. Simply what I can say is, thing is that we will have a bunch of data, we will try to get the exact meaning from that particular available data. Okay, so now what are the roles with data science? See, this many things, options, When you say data science, when you speak about data science na, so then you can become this many things. If you can become a data analyst, you can become a machine learning engineer, you can become a data engineer, you can become a data scientist, you can become a data architect, you can become a statistician, you can become a business analyst, you can become a deep learning engineer, so which is a sub branch of machine learning. So like this, so this many roles have been offered by several MNCs for the people those who are good in data science. So if you are perfect in data science, then these are all your career options. You can become anyone from this. So there is a minor difference between each and everything. Okay, so I don't want to enter into the depth. For example, so what the data analyst will do, so what are the roles of a data analyst, so just I'm showing here. So anyway, of course, uh, I can share this information with you later. I don't want to enter because if I want to discuss all this seven, it takes a lot of time. That's why. Then similarly, if you want to become a machine learning engineer, so these are all the roles and responsibilities of a machine learning engineer. Then what you have to do exactly. So then if you want to become a data engineer, then these are the things that you should have. Okay. Then if you want to become a data scientist, see, these are the things that you need to know, and these are the roles and responsibilities of a data scientist. Okay. Then if you want to become a data architect, then these are the things that you need to know, and these are the your responsibilities and roles. Okay. Then statistician, so these are all the roles of statistician, and you can see the description is given here. So because each and everything will take a lot of explanation, so that's why I'm not entering in that, because upcoming slides are very important. They are really important to you, that's why I want to spend some time on there. Okay. Then business analyst also you can become. So okay, so these are all the roles and responsibilities. Now
Uh,
what exactly
so,
now? Yeah.
sorry,
Yes,
sir.
please.
Sorry to interrupt. It is still in ninth slide itself.
I don't know it's happening. Will it be visible to you, ma? Yeah.
No,
Indivra? No.
no, no, no.
I- Is it updating or not?
Now it's showing business analyst
Uh,
slide.
Before
okay.
that, it is a ninth slide.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So just tell me which slide now you can see.
It's 24th.
That's good, na? Right. Okay. No problem. Once again, I'll share that, but let us have, because we have something important to discuss here. Okay. So you can see slide number 24, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
fine. So now this is what you see. A lot of people are having passion in data science or something like a fields of machine learning, but I do agree that very less number of people will know actually what is the depth of this. Okay. Still people know, they are familiar with these terms, they know what data science, they know machine learning, very like they will use it like a very easy terms, but they are not that much easy. So this is what exactly you have to go with if you want to become a data scientist, or you want to get a good job based on this. Okay. So the first step is you must and should thorough with at least one programming language. So popularly, the most popular language that are more suitable for data scientists is Python or R programming. So anyway, we are proceeding with Python. Okay. So even compared to R programming, Python is having a lot of support from the libraries like NumPy, Pandas, all those things. So that's why most of the people, 70% of the people will prefer Python. So the first step, the first essential requirement in learning data science is, first of all, you should must and should thorough with at least one programming language. It is better if you have a good knowledge in Python. Okay. Then the second step is, like, you should have a good idea on libraries in Python. For there are so many libraries which will support this data science. So most important one are, you should know about exactly about NumPy, and also you should know about the Pandas. So in NumPy library we will deal with multiple dimensional arrays. Then in Pandas we will deal with data structures, something like data frame and series and all these things, right? Then the third step, in the third step is, like, you learn like statistics, theoretical and programming. Okay, of course, all of us are something more or less, we are familiar with the statistics. What do you mean by mean, what do you mean by standard deviation, so how to calculate the errors and error analysis. So this is very important, but theoretically we know. But what is required if you want to become a good data scientist, then ultimately you should be able to implement these things using the programming. So which language we are using is Python. So you should be able to implement the statistics, whatever the theoretical knowledge you have, the same knowledge you have to reproduce using a programming. For example, you should have an ability of solving a differential equation. You should have an ability to solve an integral equation. So that is what exactly it is required if you want to really become a data. That is a step 3. Next, fourth step is you should have a good data visualization skills. Means converting the data into plots, graphs, different kind of things, diagrams, isn't it? So here there are two things like two-dimensional data visualization and three-dimensional data visualization. But as a starter, it is better if you have at least the knowledge on two-dimensional data visualization tools. So in Python, we have so many tools like that. For example, matplotlib is there, cburn is there, okay, then pygal is there. So there are a lot of libraries which will support you to analyze the data. But here, so the first one, the basic one, the most important one is at least you should have a good idea on matplotlib. So you could be able to plot any kind of data, at least any kind of graph using matplotlib. That is a step number 4. Then after completing all these things, now you got the tools. That's it. Now what the next step is, in the fifth step, you should study about the machine learning. So what exactly the machine learning, because the entire performance of the data science that depends upon the machine learning only. So different machine learning algorithms are there. So you should become familiar with all these machine learning algorithms. Okay. Then once you have completed machine learning, means you could be able to implement the machine learning algorithms using the Python. That is very essential. Okay. After that, you should solve so many test cases, so much of practice you have to do. Once your practice is done, so you take up some small projects. So maybe one project or two project or three projects. So you try to implement those projects on your own. Then the next step is, once you're confident that you can do at least some small type of projects, then what you have to try is you have to try for an intern. Okay. Because see, I remember just now I asked what is the pay packages as per your expectation. You are telling 6. Okay. So if you directly go now without any like real time exposure, no doubt you will be getting somewhere around 6 or 7. But see, the actual starting salaries for data scientist, data science, if you are really worthful now, even you can get 8 to 10 also. Okay. Now for that, what is the difference? The difference between the people those who are getting in between 6 lakhs or the difference between the people those who are getting 8 to 10 lakhs is, these people will have some kind of real time experience. So how to gain that real time experience? So once your course is done, you go for an interns. So there are a lot of companies which are providing interns. So at least you go for 2 months or 3 months. Once your internship is completed, so then you will face the real time environment there. Okay. So once that is done, then that is equivalent to maybe 2 or 3 months experience to you. So that experience, it's a very valuable. And after that, you go for a job trials. Now you see the result. Definitely your package will be somewhere above 8 lakhs per annum, even as a fresher. That's what I'm telling you. So this is a step-by-step process. It cannot be done within a overnight. Okay. So you should have a good idea, good understanding of the concepts. Those concepts you should be able to practice. And after that, you should be able to solve some projects on your own. Then you have to face the real-time environment. Okay. So the moment you face the real-time environment, then you can achieve some certifications. So overall, with that profile, the wonderful job, the wonderful career you can start. Okay. Then next what is important is, this term is very small, looking very small, machine learning. Now when it comes to machine learning, what exactly that machine learning, it includes a lot. So first step A, whenever you want to cover entire machine learning now, so you should be familiar with maths, linear algebra, statistics, and probability. So these are all the main components of mathematics which will be extensively used in machine learning. Okay. Then step B, the second step is, you should have idea. So can you see this slide, right? Machine learning
No,
slide number
no,
25.
sir.
Can you see, right?
No, sir.
No, not yet. Just a minute, then I will do it.
Yeah,
Will it be
yeah,
fine? Yeah. Is it okay now? Yeah.
yeah, it is okay.
Yeah. Now when coming to machine learning now, so step A, first step, you have to cover the basics of mathematics. Of course, most of we have basics, no doubt about it. But what is important is, you should be able to implement linear algebra using Python programming. You should be able to write the codes for that. You should be able to implement the basics of statistics and probability using programming. We don't want to solve with pen and paper now, because the amount of data is huge. The amount of expressions are huge. The order of the expressions are huge. If you take an like differential equation, the order of the differential equation that you are going to handle is very higher order equation. It is not something like a second order or third order equation. So which is absolutely very complex if you try to solve with pen and paper. So that will not work. Now what will work is you could be able to implement those algorithms using programming, because we are using Python. So using Python, you should be able to do this. Then second thing is that even the machine learning, if you want to do now, then you should be familiar with these libraries NumPy and Pandas. Then the third step is, if you are ready with these things, then you can understand the algorithms. So what are the various algorithms? For example, we have supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. Then we have, linear regression, logistic regression, and clustering, KNN, K nearest neighbors. These are all different machine learning algorithms, right? SVM, support vector missions, decision trees, random forest, overfitting, underfitting, regularization, gradient descent, and slope. So confusion matrix, like this. See, there are many algorithms. Now, see, as a fresher, as a beginner, no one can get idea about complete algorithms. Try to choose at least 2 or 3 algorithms, but be perfect in that. Okay, means you should be able to write any kind of code on spot if someone will ask you. So such kind of means here you should have a complete theoretical knowledge about that particular algorithm. Then after that, you should be able to implement the same algorithm with the concepts that you have to learn. Okay, then the next step includes learn data processing methods. So what do you mean by handling null values, and what is standardization, what is future scaling, like this. So there are some kind of data processing methods are there. You need to learn the data processing methods. Then see, whatever these algorithms are there, even you can write your own code for this. The other way is, see, Python is extensively used for data science. Why? Because Python has ready-made algorithms for to implement these things. For example, linear regression. Yes, directly you have a linear regression algorithm in one of the Python library. So for example, those kind of libraries are there are scikit-learn and TensorFlow. So these are the algorithms really which will help you in implementing these algorithms. So no need to write your own program. You give the input data, accurate data, you give it accurate output, it will give you within a span of seconds. So means knowing theoretically about the algorithms is quite important, and you should be able to write your own program for that. And also you should be able to implement its equivalent functions, inbuilt functions in different libraries. Means additional 2 libraries also you should learn. What is scikit-learn, how to implement at least 1 or 2 algorithms from that, not all. Then about TensorFlow also. So means totally you need to get idea on at least 5 libraries. One is NumPy, second is Pandas, third one is Matplotlib, fourth one is scikit-learn, fifth one is TensorFlow. So this is what the path for machine learning. So once you can become, see, that you can become an effective data scientist if you can have good knowledge on machine learning algorithms, because what are helping you to analyze the data is algorithms, right? So ultimately the machine learning plays very vital role if you want to become a good data scientist or good data analyst. Okay, so like this, it is a step by step process. So that's what I'm telling you. So this is what exactly the roadmap. So once again, I am coming to the 24th only, because so first we need to cover familiar with one programming language, then Python libraries we need to cover, then we need to learn the statistics, then we will discuss about the data visualization. Once that is done, then we will move on to machine learning. We need to spend some time on machine learning, then lot of practice, and we will take maybe some example projects. Okay, so like this is what the complete roadmap. See, now you think as per your idea, you know what kind of knowledge you have. So how much knowledge you have on Python? You, because you are telling that you know Python, both of you know Python. So how much Python you know, how much NumPy you know, how much Pandas you know, you should know. I told you. So whether you just think how much, depending upon this particular path na, so how much time it will take for you, everything. Okay, because the course will be completed in the same sequence. So first we will start about this programming languages, we will cover the basics, then we'll go for like implementing NumPy, Pandas, then we will go for statistics, then we'll go for data visualization, then we will start learning machine learning, like that. So one by one we will go it. Okay, so this is what. So approximately I have written here a time bound low. For example, if you want to complete me this course within 2.5 months, then approximately we are getting 12 weeks. So for example, so it may take, so depending upon different topics, it will take 12 weeks of time. So we can have a flexible timing depending on your convenience. So timings that will decide. Then it is your wish mode of teaching. Right now madam told me that it is online training, that is fine. Okay, now what you will get here is you will get regular notes and a lot of study materials, and at least I will provide you minimum 2 ebooks, not hard copies but ebooks I can provide you. And with this knowledge you can at least obtain 2 certifications. I will tell you how to get a certifications, but only thing is that you shall have to write some exam for that. No need to pay anything for that, but it's a free exam only, but you have to write an exam for that. Then at least will do 2 3 projects and that. Then lot of interview questions and answers also you'll be getting. Then you will get support as well as like some interns or placement assessment that is provided to you. Okay, so this is what the complete course structure, and this is what the importance, and this is what the actual action plan that we are going to take up. Okay, so now I am done from my side. Now you tell me. So what is your view, and what is any doubts if you have now, you can tell me now. Yeah, Krishna and Indivra. Any doubts, Krishna?
Uh, Hi, sir. For data
Hmm.
visualization, you told that we will use Matplot and Seaborn like libraries, right?
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
Yes. Yes.
um, but can we use Power BI or Tableau for that data visualization?
Power
What's the
BI,
difference?
Tableau.
What is the difference between using Power BI and Matplot for the
See,
visualization, data
Power
visualization?
Power BI is something like an alternative for Excel. Okay, that is
Yeah.
Microsoft Power BI you have. It's something like an alternative for Excel. Okay, but the thing is that whenever you want to handle with the technical data, okay, the technical data handling, it will become easy with algorithms, isn't it? So that is some kind of a sheet, it's some kind of a file ultimately. So if you want to access the information from those files na, then we can have a Power BI, and especially that is most suitable for something like a live resources. For example, a live website is there, and you want to access the data from live website, and and there are limited options. See, you can express only like approximately 99 ways, 99 ways of visualization only you can do that. What else if your requirement is new? So means again you have to think, and you have to create some kind of new kind of thing, right? So that limitation you have in the Power BI. So it is something like a fixed thing. Using Power BI, Tableau, na, you have some fixed options. See, if you take Excel sheet, see, you have something like a scatter plot, bar chart, pie chart. These things you can
Yeah.
generate,
Okay.
right? But there are only option of something like 10. Those options are 99 in Power BI. That's it. Okay. But what we want is something new, something creative. So for that, you have to go for your own coding, right? So then you need a support of these modules, these libraries.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Uh, mm. Any more things to ask? So did you got idea what exactly like path, the linkage is there between the subject to subject, topic to topic? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. So then, depending upon our convenience, okay. So let us fix. Tell me, uh, what are the suitable timings for you? Okay,
Same
all these
time
things are,
maybe.
yeah. All this, like, are you working anywhere right now, or what is your situation?
Yeah, I kind of am working in the daytime, so
Mm.
night times would be better for me.
Acha, okay, right. So at what time your office will be done in the evening?
It's 6 maybe.
At what time?
6 o'clock. I mean, it depends.
6 o'clock.
So
Okay.
most of the time it can drag up to like 6 or 6:30.
Okay. Okay. So maybe you will be free after 7 or 7:30, something like that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. What about you,
this
Krishna?
would be like good.
Okay, Krishna. What about you?
Yeah, I'm okay from 7 to 9, 7 to 10 like that.
Like in the evenings. Okay.
Yeah,
What
in the
about your
evenings.
availability in the mornings? In the mornings.
Uh,
Hmm.
Morning times, let's see. Uh,
Okay, no issue, no issue. Just
uh,
casually I'm asking. No issue. Then we can decide, and no problem. We'll have a very, very good timings as per everyone's requirement. No issue regarding that. Okay. So any more things you want to ask? Yeah.
no.
Okay. Okay. So then we can stop it. So thank you. Then I think so. Whether we'll start from tomorrow or from Monday, that we will see. Okay. You will get information. Madam will inform you everything. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah. Now you can
Thank you.
leave. Yeah. Thank you, Krishna. You can leave.
Hi, sir. Sir. One
Yeah,
minute.
tell me,
Yeah.
Krishna. I'm
Uh,
here. Yeah.
how long the session going to be? Like how many?
So initially we will discuss for something like 1 hour plus only. Then depending upon during weekends now we will have a little more. Okay. So I think
Uh,
in weekends you are free only, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So that's why. So I will plan it exactly. I'll plan it because madam also told me the same thing. Like this is their requirement and they want as early as completion, right? You told like that. I think so.
yeah, yeah.
You want
I have
little.
small doubt, sir. What about machine learning? Difference between machine learning and deep learning and NLP? I know the terms like
Oh.
that, but I don't know what is the.
Everything is come. So I'll tell you. The deep
Yeah,
learning is like, it is a sub branch. I can say more focused area. Okay. For example, you have a 1,000 data points. Okay. Now from that 1,000 data points, you have chosen some meaningful 100 points. Or let me say
yeah.
if, okay, 100 points. Now from this 100 points, still we can make some analysis, right? So whatever the analysis that you are doing on these 100 points, that is called as a deep learning.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it is a more accurate analysis and more confined, more boundary analysis.
Uh,
Okay,
okay.
then one
I
more term. Yes, what is that? NLP.
NLP. Yeah.
Yeah, NLP is all about natural language processing. That is okay. So that is little different. Anyway, I'll tell you that. That will come. Okay, no problem. Yeah. Tell me
Uh,
something you're asking. Hmm.
yeah. That's it, sir. Nothing.
Okay, then fine. Okay, right. So you will
Yeah.
get timings and all everything. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Krishna.
Okay.
Have a
Bye,
nice
sir.
day. Yeah,
Thank you.
you can.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Hello, madam. Hello. బ్యాగ్ నా ఛార్జర్ ఉంటుంది స్విచ్ ఆఫ్ అయ్యేదాకా చూస్తారు స్విచ్ ఆఫ్ అయ్యేదాకా చూస్తారు వద్దులేదు అసలు బుద్ధిగా అప్పుడు